You finally find someone good, someone who actually shows up, someone who says the right things and means them, someone who looks at you like you're not too much, like you're exactly enough. And instead of feeling safe, you feel terrified. Because somewhere deep inside, you're already waiting for it to end. You're already scanning for the signs, already preparing for the moment they leave. And sometimes, without even realizing it, you do things that make them leave faster. If that's you, this video is going to explain exactly why that happens and what it actually means. Let me tell you about someone. Let's call him Daniel. Daniel has never had a problem meeting people. He's warm, funny, easy to talk to. People are drawn to him quickly, but relationships never seem to last. Not because the people he meets are wrong for him, but because of what happens the moment things start to feel real. The moment someone gets close, really close, Daniel starts to pull back. He picks fights over small things. He goes quiet for days. He tells himself he just needs space. He convinces himself the other person is probably losing interest anyway, that it's only a matter of time. And then one day, the other person leaves, exhausted, confused, not understanding why someone so warm kept pushing them away. And Daniel is left alone again, which hurts, but also, in some strange way, feels familiar, expected, almost like relief, because at least now the waiting is over. Does any part of that sound familiar? Here's what most people don't understand about this pattern. It's not about the other person. It's not about bad luck in relationships. It's not even about fear of commitment in the way most people think. It's about something much older than any relationship you've ever been in. Psychologists call it abandonment anxiety, a deeply rooted expectation that the people you love will eventually leave, that closeness is temporary, that love always comes with an expiry date. And like most deep wounds, it didn't start with a romantic partner. It started much earlier. Think about your earliest experiences of people leaving. For many people who carry this wound into adulthood, love was inconsistent in childhood. Not necessarily cruel, not necessarily absent, but inconsistent. Maybe a parent was emotionally unpredictable, warm one day, distant the next. Maybe someone important left, through divorce, through death, through simply checking out emotionally. Maybe you learned early that the people you needed most couldn't always be counted on, and your developing brain learned a very specific lesson. People leave. Closeness is dangerous. The safest thing is to expect the worst, or to leave first. That lesson wasn't wrong for the environment it was built in. It was your nervous system trying to protect you. If you always expect to be left, you're never caught off guard. You're always ready. But the problem is that nervous system never got the update that things are different now. So it keeps running the old program, in every new relationship, with every new person. And here's where it gets complicated. Abandonment anxiety doesn't just make you afraid of being left, it actually makes you behave in ways that create the very outcome you fear most. Psychologists call this self-fulfilling prophecy in attachment. It looks like this. You meet someone good. Your nervous system immediately identifies the threat. This person matters, which means losing them would hurt. So it activates its defenses. You become hyper-vigilant. You scan every text, every tone of voice, every slight change in their behavior for signs of withdrawal. You interpret neutral things as rejection. You ask for reassurance, then don't believe it when it comes. You test them, sometimes consciously, sometimes not. You create small conflicts to see if they'll stay. You go cold to see if they'll chase. You push them away to see if they'll come back. And sometimes they do, for a while. But eventually, the pattern exhausts them, and they leave, which confirms exactly what you always believed. The cruelest part of this wound is what it does to the moments of genuine love. When someone truly shows up for you, when they're consistent, patient, present, it doesn't feel safe. It feels suspicious. You think, why are they being so good to me? What do they want? When is this going to change? You can't relax into love. You can't receive it fully, because receiving it fully would mean trusting it, and trusting it would mean being devastated when it ends. So you keep one foot out the door, always, just in case. And the tragedy is, the people who love you most can feel that distance, that 1 foot out the door, that part of you that was never fully in. And it slowly breaks something between you. Here's what starts to change things. The first step is understanding that your nervous system is not responding to the person in front of you. It's responding to everyone who came before them. To the child who learned that love was unpredictable. To every moment of waiting that was never resolved. The person in front of you has not left. Your nervous system just doesn't know that yet. The second step is learning to notice the pattern in real time, not to stop it immediately. That takes time, but to name it. I'm pulling away right now, not because they did something wrong, but because things are getting real and that feels dangerous. That moment of awareness, small as it seems, is the beginning of something different. And the third step is perhaps the most counterintuitive one. Instead of waiting to feel safe before you open up first and let the safety follow. This goes against everything your nervous system wants to do. It wants evidence of safety before it risks vulnerability. But that evidence never comes because you never let anyone close enough to provide it. Real trust is not built on certainty. It's built on small, repeated acts of showing up, on both sides. And it starts with one decision to stay in the room when everything in you wants to run. Here is what I want you to hear. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are not someone who is impossible to love. You are someone whose nervous system learned to protect itself in the only way it knew how. And that system worked. For a long time, it kept you safe. But safety and love cannot fully coexist when your definition of safety is keeping everyone at arm's length. The love you keep waiting to lose, you have to let yourself have it first. Not perfectly, not without fear, just a little more than yesterday. If someone in your life keeps pushing you away, even when you know they care, send them this video. Not as a message, just as a quiet way of saying, I see you, and I'm not going anywhere. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.